So this is Tampa Bay ChemTrail report, Friday, April the 12th or 11th? 11th, I'm sorry, 12th, I believe. Yeah, because Easter's on the 21st. If today's the 12th, that makes this Sunday the 14th. Next Sunday the 21st, so it's the 12th. All right, April the 12th, 2019. And I reported recently that ChemTrails disappeared in Tampa Bay immediately following the release of the Mueller report exonerating Donald Trump from this Russian collusion, delusion, conspiracy theory, leftist conspiracy theory nonsense. And it was true for about a week, maybe 2 or 3 days after the Mueller report, or maybe immediately. I can't say with certainty. I didn't notice, to be honest with you. I wasn't looking. If it was immediate or if it was 2 or 3 days thereafter. But I noticed it 2 or 3 days thereafter. And we had crystal clear skies like I haven't seen in months and months. Literally, we never had a clear day for months since I started doing these ChemTrail reports. Maybe back in 2018, I think I saw last night was my first one. We never had a single clear day for all those months. And then as soon as the Mueller report came out, boom, crystal clear skies, amazingly clear skies. And the day that I noticed it, this is a little bit of a review. The day that I noticed it was really amazing because at night I went home and the air smelled so clear, and there was just such a clean energy, or whatever, however you want to put it, in the air. And I said to my fiance, I'm like, man, it is beautiful out there. She said, I know, that's why I have the windows open. I was like, it was amazing. So that's the day I noticed it. But anyway, so we had clear skies for about 5 days immediately following the Mueller report, and then they came back. They started coming back slow, like a slow buildup, and then after about 4 days, they were back to just completely destroying the sky. But total pollution blanket of strontium oxide, barium oxide, aluminum oxide. Al Gore was reporting that they were using sulfuric acid. I mean, God only knows. There's been people reporting that in areas of heavy chemtrails that they find all kinds of sexually transmitted diseases in the dirt. I mean, they just spray all kinds of trash in the air, and they say it's for geoengineering to save the earth, but other people like me say no, it's for population control. But anyway, it's like I believe they approach population control like peeling away the layers of an onion. So they do stuff to knock out the weakest 2%. And obviously, if you knock out the weakest 2%, then that creates a new layer of the weakest 2%. So the next layer becomes the target, and so on and so forth. And so you can sort of incrementally knock down the population, and nobody really knows because it's a small number of people relatively, and not only that, but it's the sick people. So people kind of come to expect. Or people kind of aren't surprised when these people are dying because they're sick to begin with, and then they create a new 2%, and then but the point being is that they can stop whenever they want, whenever they get the population or the demographics to where they want to be, they can stop. So it's a true lever of control, or a dial of control, and that's what they want. They want control. They have all the money in the world. I'm talking about the elite, the people who have the money, or the people who control the money. Either one, doesn't matter. At a certain level, whether the money is yours or not yours, but rather you just control it, even though it's not yours. It's kind of academic at that point, So anyway, those are my thoughts. Point being is, pardon the rambling. Point being is that when the chemtrails came back in force after 5 days of crystal clear skies, I just resigned myself to the fact that You know, the report that I made was all wrong, had nothing to do with the Mueller report. It was just a coincidence, and that it was just going to be business as usual. So I was in no hurry to make a new report because I thought I had all the time in the world to make reports about these chemtrails in Tampa Bay. But lo and behold, after about 5 to 7 days of chemtrails being back, they disappeared again. They're just gone. And I mean, the skies are crystal clear here. And again, this is after months and months and months of never having a clear day. So it's pretty cool. The way I've described it in the past, I think it's the Trump administration and the deep state. They're like in a tug of war. You know, they're pulling, one pulls one way, the other pulls. And I think that the release of the Mueller report was a huge advantage, a huge win for Trump. And I think a bunch of the guys, a bunch of the forces on the side of the deep state, you know, when that report, it's like when people are in a game of tug of war and 3 or 4 of their guys trip and fall down. You know, one falls and then he trips 3 other guys. I think that's what happened. I think the Mueller report was a huge loss of strength and leverage on the side of the deep state, and a huge gain of strength and leverage on the side of the Trump administration. The word is that he's going to be all out aggressive, proactive, just total cutthroat against these traitors, these world level criminals like the Bush family and Dick Cheney and the Clintons and the Obamas, the Rothschilds and the, you know, whoever, you know, we can name all the names, but you know, I don't really know. I think it's like Rand Paul said. I think if they audit the Federal Reserve, they'll get the names. You know, as it is right now, whenever we start naming names, we're kind of just like picking the low fruit. You know, just picking the easy ones. I'm sure there's a lot of others on there that would be shocking, and not only shocking but unknown. It's like, who the heck is that guy? You know. But anyway, that's the ChemTrail report for Tampa Bay today. Thank you for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful day, and I wish clear skies for you and all of your loved ones. Bye-bye.